friends, welcome to this week's Kids Yoga Meets Astrology. My name is Doreen Foxwell, and first of all, I want to apologize for not coming on last week. I was trapped in New York. I could not get a flight out. My flights kept canceling. So I finally rented a car and got myself back out of New York, back to North Carolina. So apologies for not posting last week. This week, though, is a very important week. Not that last week wasn't, so I'll carry over something from last week and talk about what's happening right now. So last week was a new moon, and new moons are the time when you push forward things that you want to manifest, you want to come true. For children, it's a great time for dreaming with them and asking them what their wishes are, just like on a birthday when they're making wishes. Any new moon is a great time for that. But you have to follow up with action with that. Well, this new moon that happened Friday of last week was in the sign of Aries. Aries is the first zodiac sign in the astrology new year. And Aries are very, very fiery, which is a great thing to get things done. They are the ones that are going to get things done, but sometimes they don't care what's in their way, and whoosh, they're going to just plow right through it. So if you have a child like that, that's an Aries birthday. Just know that they have wonderful qualities. They're courageous. They're risk takers. They're gonna make things happen. But sometimes they're just a little rough around the edges. You just need to smooth the edges, like a beautiful diamond. But what's happening right now? In that Aries type of energy, we go right into what's happening with two very important planets, the planet Mars and the planet Saturn. Now, the planet Mars is the planet of war. I don't think I need to say anything else about that in regards to what's happening in the world, but it is in play right now in the stars. But Mars is also the planet of aggression, the planet of anger. That's all part of being the planet of let's say, what's known as war. And Mars kind of makes you feel like your blood is boiling. You're steaming mad. So for your child, they might be feeling that aggression. Things that might not have bothered them at a different time are now upsetting to them. One of their friends might have said something that upset them where normally it wouldn't upset them. You might have said or done something that normally doesn't upset them, that will upset them. But Mars is also right next to the planet Saturn. Now, Saturn is a very different energy than Mars. Saturn is the planet of karma. And in yoga, we talk about karma a lot. But karma is known as the results of your actions. It's the planet of justice. It's the planet of endings. Now, here's the thing. I mentioned a little earlier about your child's friend might say something that's upsetting. We all have a best friend. Your child has a best friend, or more than one, they love hanging out with. And when they hang out with that friend, they feel love, they feel joy, they feel happiness, they have a great time together. But let's go on the flip side of that, and the children that are not necessarily your child's friends. They might not be their cup of tea, they might not have the same interest. Who knows, they might have said something not so nice to your child, they might have teased your child, they might have excluded your child. We all know that feeling of people that rub us the wrong way, or people that have talked about you behind your back. Those are all things that are very upsetting. When you have the planet Mars and the planet Saturn next to each other, it is that energy feeling. It is those two not friends next to each other. They are not really friends. So that type of energy getting out there in the universe can be felt by many of us. Sometimes we feel it with headaches. I know I'm feeling a headache today, and I'm sure it's because of this energy, because Mars also rules your blood in your system. But for your children, here's what is key to help them this week. Of course, yoga, because yoga helps you relax, but you don't want a yoga this week that is energizing. You don't want a yoga this week that is going to, like, let's say the ones that are hot yoga or make you sweat. You really want a yoga that is very calm and peaceful this week. You want the calming poses, the peaceful poses. So for your child, we want them to tune in to their emotions and to their feelings. And the only way to do that is to get quiet. You could use very soft music to do that. You could have silence. You may want to set up an area in their house, like I have here, where you have a meditation corner where they will just sit with their thoughts. Journaling is always a great thing, but I think a breath this week is called for. So we are going to do a calming breath. We're going to simply listen to your breath as you inhale and you exhale. Can you hear your breath? Inhale, exhale. What does your breath sound like? Inhale, exhale. Where is your breath going in your bodies? Inhale, exhale. How does your breath make you feel when it enters? Inhale, exhale. How does your breath feel when it leaves your body? And for your children that might be really upset about something this week, the best way to release it is to breathe out of your mouth. So you would inhale through your nose, let it go through your mouth. Inhale through your nose, let it go through your mouth. So I hope that you and your children are not as affected as some of us are, but if they are, this is what is happening with the planet Mars, which by the way is right here, and the planet Saturn, which is right here. I just love my astrology towel that has all the planets on it, except Pluto. They don't think Pluto's a planet, but that's okay. Mars and Saturn are the ones in action right now. Red. Just think of that red and cooling that red down. Cooling breaths. And the last thing I'm going to do for you is to show you a cooling breath in case your child is really having a tough week with this energy. A cooling breath is simply inhaling through your mouth, exhaling through your nose. The opposite of what we do a lot of times. Inhale through your mouth, exhale through your nose. And when you inhale through your mouth, you almost want to make it into an O shape. And exhale through your nose. And those are some breaths to help your child this week. And if you need help this week with the energy of Mars and Saturn and that airy start, that fiery start to this month. Namaste. Have a great yoga day.